Hi everybody, it's Roses and Tea, and here's another little video I have of my garden. I'm going to concentrate today on the greenhouse. You can see it's raining. Everybody laughs about rain in England, but this really has been the rainiest spring and summer since records began. It's quite severe, really. There's going to be huge losses of crops, and think about how bad the drought is and the loss of crops that you have in the United States, and you're going to get maybe not quite as bad here with the rain, but almost. I think we're going to have heavy losses, not only because the coolness and the wet and all the things that too much wet brings, but slugs. And anyway, the Lord has been really gracious to us and provided us with a greenhouse through some people that a friend of ours knows. And here's, I'll just stop for a minute. Here's our little chickens with their little house. The poor girls are staying indoors most of the time because it's just so awfully rainy. Anyway, the Lord has blessed us with this greenhouse, and so I am using it not only to start plants on, but I'm going to be using it this year, I think, to try to get some things growing. And you can see some of these tomato plants are doing pretty well. Here's some beans that are starting. But although I've got some squash plants and pumpkins outside, and some are doing okay, they don't seem to be too bad a target for slugs. I thought I'd try some inside, and up here on the bench makes it a little easier for me to get the slugs off. And down here in more grow bags are more tomatoes, and I've got a hole to fill yet over there. These are peas I've got to put out. I've got peas started indoors, and I'm seriously thinking of planting the peas in pots and bringing them back indoors to my house so that they'll have a chance to grow, because I've planted peas about 3 times now outside, both seedlings and just seeds, the pea seeds, and they're all destroyed by slugs. And here in our home garden, I don't really want to use slug killers because of both the chickens that do get out and because of the dog. So there we have it. Another warts and all production from me. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to put these beans, because once again I've planted beans several times and they've just been completely ruined by the slugs. So I'm thinking of putting the beans in here somehow, or inside my house actually. So I know that's a bit odd, but there you go. But these are some kind of weird beans. They're not peas. They look like peas a little bit, but they're some kind of beans. And these are some peas, and they're like the ones that we have inside. I'll just go outside. Whoops, trying to get through. Whoops. Here's the girls. We've got some natural shelter because of the trees and the bushes, so they don't have to stay inside. Here's some potatoes, but even the potatoes are getting attacked by slugs. And that had peas planted all around it twice, I think. You can see just some kind of squash. I haven't been out very much doing weeding. This has had a little weeding done to it, but slugs have pretty well decimated that. There's a lot of weeding that needs to be done. So, true confessions. That's a raspberry cane that we brought up from the allotment. It was in a bucket, and I chucked a bunch of slugs in it one evening from the allotment and brought them home to destroy them here. One bed with a few squash plants. They're not very big at all. It's just been a very cool summer. And some tomatoes to be planted out. Whoops, the thing for the pegs has fallen down. Another pea or bean wigwam, and I've planted twice at least, and squash back there. Tomatoes and tomatoes to be planted. These aren't quite dead yet. Hydrangea's quite happy though, and I got myself a pretty blue one that I need to repot really soon. So anyway, that's the garden. It's just wet and it's overgrown with weeds, and things that have grown aren't growing real well, and I've got tomatoes with flowers on them, and there's even one little tomato there, which is very nice. But with all the rain, there's not a lot of pollinating insects, so I can't say the garden is a complete fail yet, and I do hope that the rest of the year turns out to be a little more moderate in both sunshine and rain. But that's where we stand right now. I'm going to close up the greenhouse and get myself a cup of tea, I think. Alright, thanks for watching. God bless. Goodbye from Roses and Tea.